Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fusion Racing League, coming to you live here on Valentine's night, that is 14th of February. And we're just waiting for the drivers to ready up. We see they are busy readying up at the moment. And as always, I've got the wonderful Confucius alongside me. He's going to be our co-commentators, ladies and gentlemen. Confucius, how are you doing this night?
Always good, thanks. Always good to be here. So, the track for tonight, China.
How are you doing, my China? I mean, it's not an easy track. People know that.
No.
And I always said turn 1, 2, and 3 most important parts of this track. So let's see how the guys handle it tonight.
Did you see that? If you look at stage 3, that nice long straight finishes in a hairpin. We're gonna see some. I think we're gonna see some interesting crashes on that one.
Absolutely, and especially the guys that's got lower downforce, they're getting up to about, I think it's close to 240 kilometers an hour. Well, I'm lying, 280 kilometers an hour. Hoping that the brakes are going to make them turn that hairpin before they, get back to the start-finish line after the last turn. It's going to be interesting, though, to see what the guys do tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race. Those that show up, of course, those that did not forget to Valentine's Day, like Griever, of course, won't make it. And I see there's a few others that won't make it because of Valentine's. The bosses have spoken. But it's always good. We have 6 drivers so far.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, look, it's not easy to get everybody committed on these type of evenings. These are testing phases, so I mean they're not compelled or committed to be here.
It's not committed. It's not a serious thing. The guys for now racing just for testing, so it's all in the fun of it.
And I'm actually quite keen to see a couple of acts here tonight. I'm hoping Marcus pulls in because he loves this track as well. I see we've got about 23 seconds left before they start their qualies. But to give the people a rundown, Cooper, Osmond, Black. Oh, I lost the names. They all just popped off my screen there. But we've got about
Cooper,
8.
Osmond, Black, Tafa, Sakai, Bruit, and Kazi. So 6 drivers so far.
Well, there we go. I mean, this is a couple of guys on the testing track tonight. Not one of the races that they had last year on the real F1 scene. They took it off the calendar. But we've always liked this track. That's why it's part of the F1 scene that we've got.
Yep. There's already some people hopping on the chat there on YouTube.
Oh, happy days. So nice to have you guys aboard. Thanks for joining us on this live stream. It's going to be a good one. We've got about 19 seconds before we kick off live on our qualification.
In there. Sorry, man. There's Black checking in. Blade, Brian.
You got to love Black. He's one of the drivers. He checks in on himself every week.
Kazi LZ, yeah. Manny Pants, of course, one of the usual people watching. We've got Jenny, the resident cheerleader. And we've got Vanda.
Vanda's my mother, by the way. She's a good follower. I love having her around. Hey, Mum, how you doing? Oh, look at that. They got some rainy weather here at China on qualies. 18 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, for them to perform on something. This is going to be a good one.
And, of course, I don't know if you mentioned earlier, somebody special watching?
Yes, we do have a special person watching tonight. Nati. It's the sponsor from Belito Bay. He is the sponsor from Suzuki Belito, part of the CMH group, and Mitsubishi Belito. Going to be watching us this evening to see how do we perform through this test run. So when the league kicks off, they are the main sponsor. And just for the viewers, so they know, you guys are going to get into the mix as well. So the most committed supporter, cleanest, let's put out there, the cleanest supporter too. They're going to win a prize. They're going to be part of the mix with the drivers. So it's nice to get everyone involved.
Yep.
I'm just having a look-see there. I want to try and see if the volumes are good. I'm not too sure if we can hear the track, but we're going to try. Let's see how the volumes go. We're doing some volume testing tonight, guys, from my side. Luckily, these are test phases, and that's why we do this. So, yeah, just bear with us, and let's see how this goes.
Of course. Of course, it's just always have fun.
There, Sakai immediately out on an outlap there, wanting to see what's this weather going to do to them on full wet. It's absolutely gunning down on the boys at the moment.
Yep. Your mom saying hi to you.
Hey, how's it, Mum? Nice to have you on board as always. It's nice to have your mother around. Your mother's the only famous support you always will have in your life, so you might as well appreciate it.
Yeah, Blade is damn really I'm missing out on a wet China.
I bet you could have been, yeah. Just from my side, I'm getting a bit of lag spikes and that from my side, Confucius, and I think it's because of settings and things that I've tried to change. I've had a little bit of a PC problem happening of late, so let's see how this holds out, and hopefully this works out. I see you dunked out of the session. I'm not sure if you lost connection there, though.
Yeah, it dropped. The connection dropped me, or not my connection. The game connection dropped me.
Yeah, might be a bit of a...
And,
I'm gonna
we'll see now.
I'm gonna exit for a second here. I'm gonna see if I can re-invite you just to make sure you are sorted,
Awesome.
and then we know we can keep the listeners and viewers happy. Because you know these viewers get very upset with you if they can't see everybody or hear
Of
everybody.
course.
I
I know,
don't...
like Jenny would start committing. You know, she's got some forensic background and so on. So she'll make you disappear. So you know.
You know, that's what they say in today's world. It's not who you know, or not what you know, it's who you know.
Okay, Mandy Pan says she can hear you both and the video. So
Fantastic. You're doing well, eh, for newbies at this. Thanks, Mandy. Nice to have you on board, man. Is Mandy the one that gave you that beautiful blue smiley face last week? That was so classic. There's still a pit stop thing happening there. I'm looking at the pits for some odd reason. Going back there to Safa at the moment. I want to just see. I'm gonna bring up their timing board so we can see what's happening with their timing board as well. And see who's gonna bang out a lap here. This is tough conditions. This is not easy.
Gonna be fun. And like I said, you got that two nice straights, but that one extremely long straight ending in hairpin. That's I think it's going to take out some cars.
Absolutely, and especially in this type of weather, your braking point changes dramatically, so you don't want to lock up and slide out through the turn like you saw the Red Bull just do there recently. And those are the things that's going to affect your race later on. Hopefully they have a dry race. I didn't see if the race is dry, but we know qualities is wet. Yes, Sakai now. He should be...
Okay, and Mandy Pants says she's indeed the one with the smiley face, and she's asking to please turn up the race volume.
Turn up the race volume. You absolutely got it, lady. There we go. I don't want to call her lady. I'm just going to call her... What is that song? I'm blue, la da dee da da do. So she gave me one of those smiley faces. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
There we go. I hope that's going to work for you. Here we go, Safa Sakai now. Martin De Bruin, he put in a 154.9. That's his hot lap. P1 at the moment. Safa crossing the line. He put in a 149.7. That's what, a good 5 seconds quicker at the moment on these conditions. Not easy. Look at that rain coming off of those visors. These guys are struggling to see the
used to it. You see the drive line starting to show. We'll see what these guys can do. What is the you got the times? What was the average time for in testing?
In testing, I don't have the race pace yet on China, because remember, China's not a track that they've done last season at all. Yeah. So it's interesting to see what they're going to bang out when it comes to dry conditions. But I think a 148.9 should be a pretty good wet lap. You've got to bear in mind, we've got to clear a lot of this water off the track first, you know, so that they can get their grip and that going. So
we'll see, because if it keeps on raining like this, there's no drying out the track.
There's not, and they're going to try and find the driest part of the tracks as they do their turns and that. So it's very interesting to see what they're going to do. But I do think that, give it a bit of time. I know we only got 12 minutes left, but another 2 or 3 laps, you know, in this type of weather, they're going to be bringing those times down.
Yep.
Because you're following black at the moment. Major wheel spin. You can hear the wheel spin right there on that car. The track is extremely wet. This guy's just following black at the moment, but I still want to stick on black. I want to see what lap time he puts in. We've seen Osman. Great drive there by Osman, doing a 151.4. About 3.5 seconds faster than what Martin banged out. Osman all the way from Mauritius. Nice to have him on board, and then Safa just betters his time at a 149.1. Like I said, as they keep going, they're going to do 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 laps on these tires in the wet and drop those times.
And we can see we've in the meantime added a driver. We've now got 7 where it was 6 just now. And Joshua Knott also just logged into the game.
Wonderful, great to have you around, Josh. Nice to see you on the track again. Black is gone and he's just put himself in P2 there with a 151.133. A good drive there by him. I want to quickly jump over to Kazi. I think he's busy finishing his lap right now. Let's see if he puts in a time for us and what has he got. Oh, he's not. He's so, sorry, my bad. He's coming up to the long straight, the back end. The one that you said they've got to watch out for their braking point.
Yep. It's a very misleading one there. That corner comes up very quickly. And also they said the pit time, they said is between 23 and 25 seconds, if I've got it right. Average time from entrance to exit line.
Sounds about good. Sounds good. You don't want to break a front wing and gain extra 7.2 seconds on that. So it's a long pit stop.
Yep.
Kazi coming over the start finish line. I don't know if he invalidated there. I don't know. It did not. He got a time banked. 150.7 P3 for him. He just put black there on that lap. We still got the likes of Cooper. He's coming through, and Brett in the Red Bull as we're following. But I'm going to keep my eye on Cooper at the moment and see. He's got his last little turn coming through right now, and he's going to put in the time as well. You can see the guys are sticking out on their wets. This is what they do. They try and stay out longer on the wets. And look at that time from Cooper, 149.9. He just broke the 150s himself, puts himself into contention at a P3 there. Great drive. Beautiful shot there, just off the shoulder of Bertie. Coming down that long back straight, trying to hit the brakes as late as he possibly can into that hairpin. And let's see if he's going to close this lap off. I'm pretty sure he's going to put himself into top 5, maybe top 4. He's a very good driver. We know he can bang out the laps too. Let's see, what does he do here? Very wet conditions.
Well, most of the guys here are pretty equally matched. They're all pretty good drivers.
They are, and what we like about them is they're competitive but clean, and this is exactly what the league's based about, you know, competitive, clean drivers, and they go hard, but they always leave space for another driver where possible, because you know it's not always possible.
We saw last week so many guys passing, and they kept on just pulling to the side, not giving the guy the race. You just giving respect and giving him a little bit of space if he's faster to pass.
Absolutely. Osman dives.
It's almost like I said before. It's almost like gentleman rules.
Exactly that.
We treat each other with respect.
Absolutely.
And keep it clean. Some of the leagues get a bit too serious. The guys start bumping each other. It's not fun.
No.
We try and keep it fun.
Oh, look at that nice rear view there created by the F123 game for us. Great to see. While we got this little gap here, let me just say a word of the thanks to our sponsors once again here at Fusion Racing League. Thank you to Suzuki, CMH Group and Mitsubishi Bolito. Nati should be on board with us, and Nati, thank you for coming on board with us and enjoying this F1 race. I know we're in testing phases. We don't have the full grid yet. However, I can confirm we have got a confirmed total amount of drivers for the F1 League this season at 23, which means we've got full grids plus 3 reserves. So well done to everybody that was involved on that.
Yeah, with all the load shedding, etc., we need to have those reserve drivers to hop in.
Absolutely. And
again, as you can see, just for the people that don't know, you can see on the side of the tires the color. I'm looking currently at Joshua Knott driving on the blues, which is the intermediate. It's the faster of the 2 wet tires. You do get the greens as well, which we call the off-roaders. They just never been used.
Yeah. So yeah, the blues are your full wets for these type of conditions. I've noticed that your intermediates, the green tires, are very close to just before you want to go back to softs or to any other dry compound.
Okay, sorry, I had it the wrong way around. I apologize. Sorry.
Yeah, so your greens are very close to when you're ready to go back to your dry compound. These softs are extremely difficult to keep your rear end intact.
Yeah, if you look at the view, the rough tread that these tires have got on.
Oh, we got Bertie out. I'm not sure if he had a crash. I haven't seen it. I just noticed he's gone grey. And there's Martin banging out a 148.7, like we just called it a little bit earlier there at Confucius. They're going to drop these times as soon as they can get a racing line that's kind of dry.
Used to. Yeah, just getting used to the wet grip, feeling out the drifting around the corners and so on. You'll see the more experienced drivers, your less experienced drivers will make more mistakes, where your more experienced drivers will start usually with a pretty slow lap and slowly increase that speed to see they're slowly pushing the limit.
Absolutely. They're looking for that banker lap, and where they can, they cannot push on a track.
Yes.
And that's exactly what they do. You're dead right. We've got 5 minutes left of the session, so there's still a lot of time in respect of bagging out a lap here for a P1 position. But that's a good lap there by Martin. Quite impressed with him. I'm on board with Joshua Knott at the moment.
Yeah, he's yet to put up a time for us, but he did arrive late, which is still nice of him to. At least he showed up.
You can clearly see the track drying up at sections there where Josh is going through. They're trying to keep it on that dry part of the track to get the most grip.
If you look at just off the drive line, nice puddles going. So just going just off the drive line, you're going to have some aquaplaning going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what Josh does. He hasn't set a time yet. It'd be very impressive if he can put himself into the close 150s, 151s.
Mm-hmm. And we've got Osman and Kazi back out on their out laps.
I think Safa's also busy setting himself a time. I'll jump back to Safa as soon as we're done. Yeah, just want to see the end of the lap here by Josh.
Oh, Safa just putting up a 148.
148.5, just 2/10 quicker there than Martin. So Martin's definitely got some pressure on him.
They keep on pushing each other, but like we saw with Osman when it was at last week, he was not the fastest, and he was back of the grid the whole race, and he came back in the end.
That's right. That's right. You never say die in this type of races, though. It's a long 50% is, yes, half a race length, but it's still enough time to make strategies in that count.
Yep.
Especially watching Martin now. I've just jumped on board with him. He's got to find 2/10 within. He's just pulled out on the side, but I think he's trying to probably, I don't know, cool down or warm up those tires because he's gone right off the track there.
And we see, on the chat, Blade Brian saying racing line is not always the best in the wet conditions.
Totally correct. He's dead right with that. The racing line is your guideline for dry tracks. So, yeah, it's a very good call, that. Well spotted.
And Vanda said hectic weather to drive in, but Jenny replied, makes for an interesting race.
Yeah, it does. It brings in people that normally wouldn't be there in a dry racing qualies and puts them in the mix there. So, guys, what a bunch of good viewers. They know the F1. I love that.
Yep. Well, Jenny's a long time watching. She was with some of the other leagues watched there as well. So, long time watcher there. And Mandy seems to be a resident around here.
I'm liking that but I'm watching Mandy. You got to keep an eye for me because I'm sure she's going to throw you 2 or 3 of those blue funny men again tonight.
She's already done one for you.
She's done one. All right, let's go for the record of 5. That'll be pretty good, won't it? Hey, thanks, Mandy. Always love those. Safa just banged out a lap there. 147.7. That's a second quicker than Martin. Safa just went about some time that nobody else could.
He's doing well. I'm checking him on my side. I'm checking him in his smooth entry. He's not over pushing. He's smooth into the corners and so on with his, because you can see a nice wake behind with that water. There's a lot of water on the track.
It's very, very tough conditions to drive in, guys.
Yeah, but it makes for an interesting race.
Yeah, and I'm watching Osman at the moment. He's the next guy. He's in P3. He's on his his timed lap at the moment. He's put himself into a position where he could finish his lap and maybe go for another one if he felt he might have done better at a few positions. But we have to wait and see. He's on the back straight at the moment, coming to that daring hairpin. Pick your braking zone and just dive it into the corner. But let's see what he does for us on his lap. Oh, a lot of car movement there. Great turn there by Osman. Hug the right-hand side, goes far right as you possibly can, and just climb over the left-hand curb and hopefully finish your lap off solid.
Let's see. But you can see there, 3, 4, 5, very close to each other.
Yeah,
Because I mean, look at 4 and 5, 955 and a 962.
very, very close. And we've got the likes of a 0.630 by Osman now. I mean, he didn't bet his time, unfortunately, but those people are extremely close. And let's not take it away from them. The track, if it's a dry race, this is going to open up doors.
You just need to do your time. You don't need to do the best time, just a good time consistently.
One thing we have to look at, let me jump on board with Cooper. I think Cooper's going to come and finish a lap here now as we're coming down the long back straight, also to the hairpin. And there we go. Disqualified from a session was Osman.
Osman.
I think he just had enough
Maybe
of
a
this weather.
spin.
Osman's out. DSQ'd. Doesn't even get his position because of that. That is so sad.
Guzzy.
Fuzzy out.
Osman probably, I know sometimes when you go off the track and you're the wrong way around, when you come back on before you turn, it also disqualifies you for going around the track wrong way around, even though you're trying to turn.
Correct. Yeah, they give you such a small amount of time on this game, unfortunately, to correct yourself. But Kazi's still in P4 though, so he's out. But Josh is there. He's in the pits. He's in P5. Black. I think Black might be putting on a lap time here.
Let's see.
He has crossed that start-finish line. This could be the one. Let's see if that Red Bull can go and separate the Ferrari and Merc. Beautiful shot there of the tail of the Red Bull.
I see Joshua also in the pits. I wonder if he's going to come out for that one last one or not, because there's 2 minutes to go in the qualifiers.
This will be our last chap over the line, I think. Black, what have you done for us? Get over the line. Get over the line. Give us the time. Done. There was a lot of AI that it threw at the bottom of that screen. I'm hoping that was a spike. He finished off in 5th place at Black.
And that's it for the qualifiers.
Yeah, let's give it to the lads. I mean, that's not an easy qualifying session.
Very difficult. Bruit only putting up a 157.
Yeah, I think he crashed out somewhere or lost a wheel or whatever, because he DQ'd quite early in the squallies.
Yeah.
But they were all on wets. Tough one.
Well, yeah. But it's a tough track. On this track, if you're a good driver, you can make it all the way from last to first. You can work your way back. And we've got 2 good drivers in the back, bringing up the rear there. We've got Bruit and Osman, both very fast drivers. Osman, of course, a very consistent driver.
Yeah. And we can't take the likes away from Black as well. Black's a quick driver too, and he's put himself into P5. So I think they're going to hopefully mess up those top boys there. Let's see what happens. Guys, what usually happens with these lads, we've got about a 5-minute break now before the race actually starts after qualies. And what we try and do is we try and bring in the P1 qualifier for a little interview to see how did it go there. And I think that was
Just a quick chat, yes.
So we're going to transition over and let's see what we can do for that. Alrighty, so yeah, we're still running live there, Confucius, and let's hopefully bring that lad in for us. I'm going to set up the whole thing in the background here. Let's get that P1 driver.
What do you mean?
Is that Safa? Did he make it? Was he the lad?
Yep, he was.
Drag the boy in. Let's see what he has to say about this.
Where is Safa?
Did he run away?
Maybe I'm just missing him on the groups there. Do you see him?
Oh, I don't see him at all.
What about this?
I've
Red
got him.
Bull
Johan Claassen. There he is. I'm going to pull him in here.
Where is he? Oh, he's at the top. Oh,
Mr. Johan Claassen.
Oh, that's my name.
You know I was going to drag you in here. Give me a second so I can transition over for you, my brother.
That enthusiasm was just so overwhelming.
Johan Klaassen,
So-
welcome, absolutely welcome to your interview here with us at Fusion Racing League. Alongside me, Confucius. But very, very tough conditions there, Safa. How did you find it?
Yeah, I was not expecting it. Was initially not very pleased seeing it was wet. Yeah, so I was just like, I knew from experience, I just have to get the laps down to get the tires warm and just be able to set a banker. And then my initial run was quite tricky. I didn't have a lot of understeer, so car just goes straight. It doesn't turn. So and also overheating with the tires, especially front tires. So yeah, I had to play around with tire pressures, increase the front wing a bit. Just made some changes, brake bias, and yeah, the second run felt pretty good. I felt like I could have gone for another faster run, but the car just out of I don't know what turn it is, like turn 10 or something, just didn't grip, and I lost like 2 tenths just before that long straight. And so I was like, then I was already like out of batteries. I was like, yeah, just go to the pits. Um,
Well, it does seem like
But-
you guys are going to have a dry race.
yeah, thank goodness.
You do love
Uh,
yourself a drier race at China, don't you?
Yeah, it's just nice. It's just a lot better. Yeah, it's really tricky in the wet. I think all drivers experience that. Um, yeah, I was just luckily got it sort of slightly a good lap. Actually, initially that lap I didn't even like start with like a hot lap ERS deployment. Um, but I was just like everything just felt good going through that first turn. So I was like, yeah, maybe I should give like hot lap ERS deployment. And yeah,
Mhm.
then everything just hooked up, and I was like, okay, great. Because I was also thinking maybe I'm overheating the tires for doing too many laps. So yeah, and sort of worked out, and yeah.
Safa, from my side, I know in the wet conditions it is tricky. We all know it's very tricky.
Yeah.
And you tend to
Yes.
see that a lot of the drivers don't just do one hot lap, go back to the pits and reset. They tend to stay out for 3 or 4 laps, trying to find a groove, waiting and hopefully finding the most dry part of tracks as they go along. You find that staying out was important for your lap time.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like this was not possible at all to just do 1 or 2 banker laps. Like I had to overfill the car, like for 6 or 7 laps, and then just put on the laps, and then
Yeah.
just figure out what lap everything just felt in place. And I think that's why I got really lucky. Because if I stick with my initial strat, I would have only would have set my fastest lap on the next lap.
Yeah.
But I think my tire temperatures would have been too hot for that stage, so I got it like pretty good. So I'm happy.
You definitely got a good. I mean, you are P1, sir.
Yeah. So.
So, in dry conditions, have you had any practice?
I've done this track a lot of times, so it's not wouldn't be my first.
Okay. So is it more
Um,
a medium soft kind of track, or is it a more medium hard kind of track?
I will find out because I've done a lot of 5 lappers, but I've not done like long stints.
Oh, okay, the long strands.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've done it, but like 6 months ago, and I forgot everything. So, so I'm just starting on mediums and just see how the mediums hold. If the mediums, what the pressures are. If mediums aren't doing great, then I'll go to hards. If the mediums do really well, then I'll just go to softs. So I think so it
Nice,
just depends
nice,
on the
nice
medium.
giveaway there for all the other lovely lads watching you live.
Ah,
That's a great lap,
yeah.
though, mate. I mean, that was a great pole position. You deserved it. It wasn't easy. You had the likes of Martin de Bruin up your backside there. But that was a good drive by you. And congrats. And I hope the race goes really well. You take it easy. And hopefully we see you on the P1, 2, or 3 podium so we can chat to you again.
I hope so as well. I hope it's clean for turn 1.
Toughest turn,
Okay.
toughest turn.
Sorry, Sava. Who do you think is your most experienced
Pretty-
competitor?
Probably I think Martin, between Martin and Black, probably pretty high up there. Not really sure, but I don't know what the guy from I can't remember his name. What's his name?
Brett.
Osman.
Osman put in a
Osman.
really good end laps there. I think
Yeah.
he's the guy to watch out for on the dries.
I think so as well. Like, but I think he wasn't DQ'd or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right at the end. But
Yeah, like
we expected them to pull their way through the pack there and put some pressure on
yeah,
the top guys.
exactly. So I'm very much looking out for Osman, Martin, Black. There's quite a few drivers out there. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's clear cut. But who knows? Who knows what happens? So maybe I lose it, get a puncture or something, break my front wing. Something like that.
Anything can happen. All the
Yeah,
fun of the game.
well, yeah, well, like with Netherlands, I felt quite confident, but then I like screwed up the pit entry and got like 9 seconds of time penalty. So
Welcome
like
to
it's just
Formula
never
One
a done
Fusion
deal.
Racing.
Exactly. So
Hey, Sappho, but good luck in the race. We're going to let
Yeah,
you go.
good
I
luck,
know,
man.
thanks.
you need to go and do your little thing there before they start. I think it's only about a minute before we kick off. So, yeah,
Yeah, I probably need to go to the
congrats on your
toilet.
P1 and good luck on your race.
Good luck, man.
Thanks, you too. Yeah,
Yeah.
good luck with the commentating.
Thank you. Ciao, ciao.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Okay, and from the other side here, we've got more people joining on the chat. We've got Blade still saying, I was looking forward to this race, so he likes this one.
Yeah.
And we have another podcaster
Oh,
watching, Vatkila,
Happy days.
watching the stream.
Welcome to our show, brother. Hope you guys are
Hello,
enjoying it
Mama
out there.
V. So,
Nati, we have to say another Nati shout out, isn't that? Hey, it's our sponsors
We
this
do.
evening. I mean, let's give it to these lads.
Of course.
And I mean, thank you for sponsoring us and thank you for being around. I know it's going to be a great league. I know we're busy with testing phases.
Yeah.
Until the 6th of March is when we officially kick off this league. But we've got all the bums in the seats and everybody geared up and ready to be the champion of Fusion Racing League. So it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's thanks to guys like those that we can do things like this.
Absolutely. And we love doing this. I mean, we love promoting the
Of course.
sport and we love promoting sponsors and people that are involved with this type of sport. So it's nice to have them on board.
Yeah. And seeing that they're the car people themselves, they're gearheads.
Well, geez, aren't we all? Eh? They say we petrol heads, eh? And now everybody wants to go electric. Man, we get that, but gee whiz, there's still something
I still
about
don't
a
understand
V12
that. Why
motor.
change Formula One to electric if there is an E1?
Absolutely.
Just keep Formula One and keep E1. It's two different sports.
I don't know. I mean, look, I think it's about saving the planet from coal. I don't know. It's just, whatever. Oh, I see they are busy with formation laps right now, Confucius.
Yep. There we
Let's
go.
hook over and let's get this thing live and running. Once again, guys, thanks for joining us this evening. We are going live to the formation lap. We are busy following Safa, and let's see what happens.
Let's see. They're just warming up those tires. I can see Safa on his mediums.
Got medium. What I want to try and do here for us is I want to see if I can get a little bit of telemetries in that going so people know actually what's going on the track.
Well, there's the top four is using the mediums, and Black, Brood, and Osman on their hards.
Oh, wow, they're going for a long stint.
So it looks like those three might be going for a long start with a quick finish.
Yeah.
Where the others want to try and make up their time and then maybe finish finish it fast.
Just have a look at Safa though. He's absolutely belting his car on the formation lap, trying to warm up those mediums. He's so far ahead of the pack.
Mm-hmm. But now, isn't that a disadvantage that his tires will cool down before it starts?
Very good question, because I've always thought about that though in the game though. Is it like once you've parked, that's the type of tire wear you've got or tire temps? I don't know how they judge
As far as
that.
I know, yes. As far as I know, it cools down.
Wow. So
I could be wrong. So if anybody's watching that plays the game, when you stop the tires, do they cool down, or do they cool down fast?
Tell you what, Confucius, it'd be interesting to hear what the viewers have to say about your predictions usually.
Oh, of course. For those that know the drivers by now, please give us a quick prediction. 1, 2, and 3. What do you guys say? I know Blade's going to say Kazi for 1, but yeah, everybody, please call it. Those that have watched in the past, who's going to be your 1, 2, and 3?
I don't know what happened to Safa. Why does it look like Safa's totally missed the start-finish line? No, he hasn't. My bad. Gee whiz, that looks so bad on the big map. It looks like he's
It does, you
left.
can't see the lines then.
Yeah, it's so bad. I just got absolutely pipped by that map.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, though, from my side, prediction. I want to see Osman in the top 3. I think he's going to do a last to first here.
I think Osman's going to get it too, eh? I think. He's a very, very consistent driver.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Lights out and away we go at China. Welcome to Fusion Racing League. Absolutely a beauty of a lap here. Let's start P1, 2,
And
3.
you can see Black came up 3 positions on start. Him and Kazi fighting it out now. 2
Massive
and 3.
launch there. Look how clean they are. That's what I love about them. They race so hard, but they make sure that they don't take each other out because they know it's a long race. This is
And
so
Cooper
good.
also pushed back past Black, so Black dropped back 2. Martin unfortunately dropped 4 positions on start.
Yeah, he must have had a really
Joshua
bad
not
launch.
dropped 2. Guys slowly settling and starting to spread out. Whoa! Kazi running, Safa running wide there.
Very wide. Look at these guys go each other. There's the 2 Red Bulls. They want to have one another. Brewett's trying to make up those positions. Does Brewett have Black on the stern? No, he does not. He's left the back there.
Running wide on his lines.
There's that long back straight we've been speaking about.
Yep.
There's a possible race strat that they show you there between lap 16 and 18. They could go and pit. But
But
wow,
Safa has opened up a nice gap there.
a lot of spiking, unfortunately, that I'm getting on my screen here. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm
Hooper
not
and
sure if
Kazi
anyone
fighting
sees
it
that.
out right next to each other.
Yeah, they're going for one another at the moment.
Cooper gaining. Cooper
Ooh,
running very wide.
Very wide there.
Safa putting up a 139.
Jeez, look at Kazi and Cooper. They're absolutely battling one another for those
They
positions.
fighting all the way. But that's what makes an interesting race. A runaway victory is not fun.
Never. It's never good to see either. Look at these 3-way battles going on there. Red Bull going very wide, trying to get a good exit on them. And that is the likes of Black at the moment.
But you can see from 2, 3, 4, it's 0.2, 0.2, 0.6. Kazi to Cooper is between 0.3 and 0.5. It's now 0.6. So 3, 4, 5. Well, 2, 3, 4, 5, very close together.
These guys must be loving the dry after that wet quality that they had. Must
Yep.
feel like they got
Yeah.
ultimate grip at the moment. 'Cause,
Of course.
I'm watching Black at the moment. He's on hards and he feels like they're soft. He's just gunning it. He wants to have a piece of everybody.
But Martin, the brains, seems to be struggling. He dropped all the way to the back. Dropped 5 position.
Did he hurt
to
himself on the wing?
7. I don't see any damage. Maybe just not the right setup.
Very possible. I'm going to throw my eye on Brewett and Black. These 2 Red Bulls are always putting pressure on everybody. It feels like the real world. There they go
Black
right now.
taking Kazi.
Both of them taking the sister company. And Brewett's trying to pull a move there on Black as on at the same time.
Double
overtake.
pass. Yep.
Oh,
Double pass on Kazi. And the two Red Bulls now fighting it out.
great move. And remember, Black came all the way from position 7.
Yep. He dropped and brought it back.
Oh my goodness, Black was not happy with that exit. He had a little bit of a tailspin there. Brett trying to really mean, let's see who gets the trail braking the best down here. T1 trail braking huge. You can see that. Look, he's trying to pull the inside move. Keeping it clean on the inside. They're both on hards. But there you got... Oh, gee, I don't even know what's going on. Black is so good with defending that position.
I just got word from Griever that races usually. He says there's a bit of a desync happening on the stream.
Yeah, I thought there might be a desync. I saw that on my side as well. Not sure if it's going to keep that way, guys. I'm sorry about it. I think it's from my PC side, so hopefully that clears up. If not, please let us know so that I've got something to fix for next week.
Who's hosting the game tonight?
The host is coming from Natal at the moment. It's from Kazi.
Okay, could be also be from his side.
It could be.
Okay, so still, if you look at it, gaps between 2, 3, 4, 5, under a second.
Crazy driving.
0.2, 0.3, 0.1, 0.2.
Yeah, I
And
see the
Black
desync as
taking
well.
Cooper. And Brut taking Cooper. Kazi taking Cooper. All on that straight. Ooh, little bit of a love tap there.
Oh, we got
Cooper not letting us go. He took back one position from Black.
Stafford just opening up that gap on his own, though.
137 now. Took away 2 seconds from his first fast lap.
Wow. We all said Stafford loves this track. We can see that.
Yep.
He's just
You
opening
can
up
see
the
the
gap.
gap to number 2 is 6.3 seconds.
These chaps are absolutely having one another at the moment. They're giving nobody any room.
Yep. Now I can see I've also got the stream open and it's jumping around a bit. I think this is more on Kazi's side.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so. Because the view I'm getting, I'm in the game. Mine's not no these things.
Gotcha.
I think it might be from his side. Well, but we'll have a look. We're still in testing phases.
We are. Luckily, we
But-
can sort this out
Yeah,
before the main
This
league
is just
starts.
for the fun of it. And just a quick shout out to Griever's wife. Thank you for letting him watch. He did forget Valentine's Day. She can slap him later for that.
Oh, well, you got to sort that out of the track, lads. You can't
Yep.
do it on track, is it?
Guys, very close. Okay, I'm on board with Black at the moment. Black very close to... Oh, and Black taking Cooper again. Huge fight going, and Cooper not letting it go. Going wide. And those 3 cars on top of each other. We've got 3, 4, and 5 on top of each other. Nice big fight going on there.
I'm just going to throw my eye on... Wait, not yet. I mean, there's so much happening at the moment. If I look at Black and them, they're all... Oh, there's a massive little bump. One Red Bull went very wide down turn 1.
Ooh, Cooper running wide and tapping. He tapped Black. It did not look like he did it deliberately. It looks like he just had a bit of a spin. Lost grip there. But yeah, Safa just continuing to open. Is now on just under 9 seconds ahead of number 2, Brut.
Wow. I'm just keeping
Closest
my eye
at
on...
the moment is Osman sitting on Black.
Yeah, just got him right now in P6 at the moment. Osman trying to chase down Black. Like we said, Osman came all the way from P8, so consistency might be super key here for him. He's also on hard, so he's going to go for a long stint, but he's already made up
Yep.
good positions.
Of course.
Just to
And
let
you
the
can see it's
viewers
not
know.
of course, Safa's on the mediums and Brut's on the hards, but Brut's outrunning Kazi that's on the mediums.
Correct.
So
Well
it's whatever
spotted.
tires you comfortable in.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, I mean, Safa is trying to build up a sizable lead because of those mediums. He knows that when he gets onto the hards, if he needs to go there, he's going to be slower than the rest of the pack when they climb onto mediums. So, all in strategy play right now.
Yep. He's one of those guys, get the gap in the beginning and then just ease it off and cruise for the rest.
Yeah.
As you can see, Osman driving very hard. He's locking up those tires. But it seems like he's set his rear brakes a bit harder because he's just now locked up only on the rears, which is quite a weird setting. Usually, yeah, you lock
Yeah.
up the front.
The brake bias might be too far back for that.
Mm.
But yeah, Black is chasing Cooper down. I mean, these guys are all still within
These two are
the seconds.
fighting it out.
They're having a great battle.
Yeah, it keeps it interesting. Keeps the guys on their toes.
Just so the viewers out there know what happens is we got what they call a DRS detection zone. And once you get the detection zone within 1 second of your competitor ahead of you, you get the advantage of opening up that rear flap, which gives you at least an increase depending on which track, but between 16 and 25 kilometers an hour compared to your rival. So that's why they've designed it, is to help them with overtakes. So I don't know. It's very interesting to, especially that long back straight like you're
Yeah.
seeing right now. that's where it can come in handy, because there's a detection zone that happens just prior to that, and you open up your DRS flap right now, and you could gain some time. Let's see if we can see the flap opening at the back. There it
It's
is,
opening.
wide open.
Opening on Black's car.
And they gain so much time on the car in front of them, and that gives them the advantage of chasing them down again. So yeah, DRS is extremely important in this F1 series.
Of course. Just gives it a little bit. Sorry, I was just remember we said Cooper, the king of penalties.
Yeah.
Cooper's the first one to get his penalties.
Oh, he did.
And Jenny noted that on the chat.
Well spotted, Jenny. Thank you for that.
Oh, and Blake Bryan says, when you park on the grid, regardless of how long you stand, the tire temp stays the same.
Oh, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, interesting to know that, because that means whatever you've done to warm your tires up before you start parking position,
When you stop at
it's
save.
yours. Good.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you for that. We love our viewers. They know what's going on
Yeah.
here.
Quite a nice chat going on. A lot of people in the chat, even Griever. And there's a new person I have not seen before. Another new person, Che Harty or Chi Harty.
Well, you know what we like? Let's call them new persons. Welcome to our live stream, yeah.
Newbie.
New persons. Noobs.
Okay.
I mean, I'm old, but I know the word noob.
But it's quite a nice chat going on. A lot of people online chatting.
I'm just having a look now, Confucius. I see we noticed that Saffa's dropped way down the pack, but that's because he's pitted, right?
Yeah, he's pitted. He's down his hearts.
But we got to look at those times. We're talking, this is testing phases. From P1 all the way to P7, everyone's in contention. Otherwise,
Yeah,
we've got to,
but-
something happened to Josh. We don't know what. But what a great race to see these guys so tight.
Josh tends to sometimes push a bit hard, and then he starts making mistakes.
Yeah.
These other guys, they were all within a couple of seconds of each other. That's why one pit stop of 25 seconds dropped Safa all the way there.
All the way
but
down.
it is Safa.
And he's got that advantage of 23 seconds in his bag now, because he's already pitted. And he
Because
knows
he's
that.
already pitted. The others have
Yeah.
not pitted yet.
Yeah. Which is great driving. I love
He's
to see this type of race.
literally the only one that's gone into the pits in the whole race.
Our current
On a
leader
technical
there.
track like this, that's good, because usually, at least by this time, somebody has lost a wing or something, and we've not had that yet, which means very good, clean race.
Yeah, especially on turn 1, 2, and 3. I mean, that's where the guys try and, I don't
Yep.
want to say dive, but they try and absolutely get the most they can out of the track. And that's where you could possibly lose front wings. These guys have
I call it the
definitely-
wave, because it's
The
like a
wave.
wave shape. That zigzag coming back.
It is a wave. It really
Yep.
is a wave.
Well, it's either a wave or a yin yang, but that one.
On board there with Black at the moment, chasing down Kazi. Kazi went wide. Oh, he had a spin as well. The Black had a massive spin there by Brett.
Oh, very wide.
There you can see it in the background of the screen.
Brewett spinning totally out.
Unfortunate there for Bertie. And he's trying to get back on
Kazi
track,
in first
and
place,
he's back
but-
in.
Black is right on him. Black is not letting it go. He's 0.2, 0.3 seconds behind.
Kazi has to feel confident with his positioning, though. He's leading the race in the Fusion Racing League. That's good to see.
But you from Kazi, gap 0.6, 0.9, 0.8. Safa just came back. Safa now on fourth place.
Just taking Osman.
0.1. Safa taking another spot. Those guys are so close together. Safa just passing them all.
Look at Black. He's absolutely under the exhaust there of Kazi. He's got DRS happening for him now too, so he's going to try and pull out to make this move. Safa did 135.5 did Safa. Great lap there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay,
good camera
I
shot.
see what happened to Joshua. Joshua seemed to have disconnected because his car's ghosting. AI driving.
Gotcha. Oh, Ferrari squeezed in there as well. Safa back into P2. Already done his pit stop.
Yep,
He's
already working
gaining
his way.
so much time.
Almost there. 0.4 seconds behind Black.
Man, all that Black has to do is just hammer on those brakes and break his
Oh,
front
and
wing.
Safa spinning out.
Safa spun out,
Yes.
pushed way
Top
too
back
hard.
fifth place.
Unlucky there by Safa, losing
It's
the
Safa.
P1 position
He's
there.
just pushing that hard. Already taken another spot from Kazi.
I mean, I just don't even know where to look anymore. These guys are passing each other so quick.
Very, very interesting race.
Looking at Martin.
Brett now dropped way back to last place on 22 seconds behind number 6.
Confucius, just through my eye, like I said, on Martin over there, I see he's like a second behind, or he's very tight actually on
0.2,
on
yes.
Osman. So he's trying to put in some ground as well after that
DRS,
harsh
watch him
start.
do the DRS. If you jump to him,
Let's
he's
have a
on
look
the
at that
DRS
flap.
zone and passing now using his DRS and wing is open. And
Makes
he
the
has
position
passed
stick.
Osman.
Osman trying to stay inside line, and Martin closes off the door and gets the position
Yep.
P2 for Merck.
But it's Osman. Never cut out Osman. He's a very consistent. He's very good at driving.
Well, we have to
drives his
remember
race.
he came from P8, so for him to
The
be
other
from
day,
P8,
yes.
well done.
Yeah. What was the other day that he was in last place the most of the race and he finished what? Was it second?
Second place, exactly.
Yeah.
Like we've
Just
always
that
said,
consistency.
consistency is key. Absolutely, you nailed
Yep.
it.
Black maintaining first place, but Safa now staying about 0.7 behind Osman. I think he's just slowly buying time.
A little bit of a tyre lock up there by Osman. I think those tyres are busy going.
Yeah, that's why. That's what I mentioned earlier. I don't know, but you see, it's more his back tires locking. Usually, you see the front tires locking.
Yeah.
And Safa 0.4 behind Osman. I think he's just waiting for DRS. Yes, and he's going for the pass. Safa right next to Osman. And nope, just don't take it. Osman keeping his spot. Very good driving.
Here we go. Once again, he's going to open up that rear
There's the
wing.
nice long one.
Bang. Wing
Then he
opens
strips
up.
in and he opens. Yep, it opens. And he gets his pass. He's just in front of Osman. Next one in sight is Martin. But let's see what's going on back of the grid. Kazi seems to be. Cooper. Okay, Cooper's like, he's not going to be first place. Might as well rack up the penalty points again.
Have you got a thing with Coupe penalty points?
He's got the record, dude. 31 seconds in a race. He finished it with 31 seconds of penalties back in the day before they changed it.
I'm just keeping my
Okay.
eye right now on Martin. Martin's chasing down Black. Safa is trying to chase down Martin.
1, 2, and 3 are right on top of each other.
Having a real good rifle go at one another, yeah.
Yep. But look at Osman. He's not losing too much time.
No, he's not. And also bear in mind, he's going for a long stint, so I think his tyres are slowly wearing off. If he puts himself on a nice set of mediums, I think they're going to put it in the region of lap 17, 18, and then go for a set of mediums and finish the race. That's when they start closing that gap again and making up time.
Yeah, so see, oof.
Those top three are so close.
Safa not taking a chance again. He's just waiting for those DRS zones so he can pass. But I'm sure Martin's doing the same thing. So both of them might be opening their DRSs and almost catching up to leader. And there we go. Martin going for the DRS. Safa stuck behind both cars. Very good move from Martin. He passed Black, and the two of them together blocked Safa.
Yeah, look, he had the inside.
Safa.
Oh, he spun it out.
Ooh.
On board with Martin there, unfortunately spinning it out.
Martin spinning it out. Yep. Chase of the game.
Tell you what, this game can absolutely love or hate you in one turn.
Okay, and he's going straight into pits because he was right outside the pits.
Yeah, quite
Martin,
a
so he
good
might
move.
have damaged the car.
Oh, big spin by Black as well. Just got his front nose out there.
You see, it's the same. Luckily, it's a Ferrari. Same kind of driving as Schumacher. Schumacher just sat behind the guys and waited for them to make the mistake.
Yeah. I know that Safa's leading P1 now there in Ferrari, and
Martin had switched to the softs.
went to softs. That's an interesting move.
Softs. He's going for a full out push there.
That's a very interesting move there by the Merc.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if
This
Toto's
early.
upset.
Yeah, that's early. 16 laps. This track's a bit hard on the tires.
It is.
So I don't think he's going to make it, and that means in the last 10 laps he'll have to pit again, losing more time.
He might go for a double soft pit stop here. The problem they got is the likes of Safa could finish the race on his hard compound.
Yep.
Osman
It's a-
at the moment
it's a
he's
gamble,
doing well.
mate. Maybe he thinks he can finish it on the soft. So let's keep an eye on Martin.
I'm interested to see what's happening to Bertie as well in the other the Red Bull. He's busy catching up Cooper.
He's catching
really
up
quickly.
to Coop. Yep, those two back in their fight.
Opening up the DRS wing, gaining
Yep,
loads
and there
of
goes,
time.
catching up very quickly so he can slingshot.
Break very late on the mediums outside the line, and he's made that position stick. Pretty good move there by Brett. Put himself into P4. Got a lot of work though to get back to Osman.
Yep. But Osman keeping up with Black. And of course, again, Safa just running. It's already opened a gap of almost 4.5 seconds.
He does love this track though, Safa. He drives it really clean. Even with that little spin he had, he's back in the mix.
Oh, I see on the chat, Joshua saying lost connection to EA, which made me crash into the wall.
Joshua, that's okay. Your car's still on track, so just log in and take control, brother.
Yeah,
Go from P8 to P1. Wait for a safety car.
come Josh, hop in. Just for the fun of it, man.
Osman's the guy to keep an eye on at the moment. He's 1.5 seconds, 1.1 seconds, sorry, behind
He's
Black.
catching up to Black.
Yeah, there's a race going on there.
He's chasing Safa this time, I think.
Let's
I don't
see.
think he's too worried about Black. He's going for Safa. And I see from this Joshua not logged in yet. His car still ghosted. So
I like what you
That's
said there.
like-
Joshua Not is his surname, but Joshua not logged in yet. I got you on that. I like Barry Hilton on steroids. Good little race happening here.
seems to Safa has now eased off a bit. He's just keeping that 4.5 second gap in front of Black. He's not pushing all out.
No, he's
He
not.
wants to make those tires last.
It
At the
feels
end of the race.
It feels like that. It almost seems like he's trying to make sure he doesn't turn too hard, accelerate too early. Just look
Was-
after the tires.
Yeah, because both Black and Osman still have to do a stop.
Yeah,
Because they have to do at least one stop.
correct.
So 4 has stopped so far. Black, Osman, Cooper, and Joshua still has to stop. And somebody has just gone into the pit. Cooper now gone into the pit, so he's got his stop. So it leaves Black, Osman, and Joshua to still do their stops.
Yeah, well, there you go. You can see it live on the screen right now. Stafford doing one stop, Black and Osman nothing.
Yeah.
Brett, Kazi, Martin, and Cooper have done one already. So yeah, well spotted. I'm actually quite interested. I want to see what their tires are going to be like at the moment. Let me
I think
see.
Black and Osman are going so long on these tires. I think they're gonna also switch to the soft tires.
Massive gain for them because the lap times you can bang out on China, especially with the car so much lighter because there's less fuel, those
Yep.
softs are going to come in handy.
Because so far Martin and Cooper is running the softs.
Yeah, and
Brett is the only one left on the mediums. The other 5 are running hards.
exactly. And we've got to bear in mind Safa by lap 25. I mean, what is he then? Then he's 18 laps old on
Yep.
hards. Those softs are going to catch you very quick.
Yep.
What
But
do you-
some guys are easier going on the tires.
They are, but at the end of the day, strats play everything in this
This
game.
this track eats tires. All those corners.
Just a quick update to all the listeners and viewers out there. There's your update on the actual changing positions. You can see Safa still in P1 where he started. Black has moved up 3 places from his starting grid. Osman, the big shifter today, all the way up 5 places to P3. So yes, he's a contender. You've got to watch out for him. Bruce moved up by 3. Kazi down by 1. Martin losing a lot of ground from his P2 qualification there. And as well as Cooper down by 4 as well. So they've had a little bit of a tougher race than what they anticipated tonight.
And seeing that the the field is opened up. We're about halfway. How about a quick word from the sponsors?
It's an absolute great idea, and we're going to cut over to the sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for that, though, Confucius, because I almost forgot about it. And
Yeah.
let's just say
We used to having a lot of safety cars.
we are, and we didn't have one tonight yet. It's
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
it's absolutely well spotted. So let's do that. A good word from the sponsors. Thanks for being around and doing this for us. And here is our actual driver intros. Thank you to everybody that are joining us in this league. A big thank you once again there to our sponsors, Suzuki, CMH Group, and Mitsubishi Bolito. Thanks for being a part of this. We just caught back into the action as they've had a couple of pit stops. You can see Martin making huge amount of ground there, and he's now currently only 1/10 off of Black. Let's climb on board with Martin and see what's happening there. There you go. You can see him at the moment trying to chase down that Red Bull. Great racing coming up here still, Confucius.
Yep. And while we were gone, Cooper put up a fastest time of a 1:35.138.
What a lap.
Both Cooper and Martin have put up faster times than Safa.
Wow. Yeah, I think that those odds are going to come into play. You can see they're busy falling off later in this race. And like we probably expected this, the guys with the soft tires are going to gain ground. Do they have enough in those tires to get 16 seconds to the leader? I don't know. That's a tough call, but there is still 10 laps left.
Yep. These guys all have in the meantime, done their first stop. So everybody on the grid is on one stop. Tires, we've got Sapphire on the hards, Brewitt and Black on mediums. Martin pushing very hard on the softs. Kazi on hards, Osman on mediums, Cooper on softs, and Joshua on medium.
Interesting mix that's happening here. Martin's gaining that advantage all the time with the DRS detection zone, opening up that rear wing. But it just feels like he's struggling to close the actual gap there between himself and Black.
He just doesn't have a consistency, because if you look at his time, his fastest time is 1.2 seconds faster than Black, which is number 3.
Yeah.
But he's just not able to catch him.
We'll have to wait and see. I think that back long straight, he might be biding his time for that, but he has to stay within the 1 second to gain that advantage on the driver ahead of him. Otherwise, that long back straight's going to mean absolutely nothing for him.
Yep. Osman just slowly creeping up to Kazi, sitting on 0.2 seconds behind Kazi right now. Kazi on the hards and Osman on the mediums. I think Kazi's just waiting for the DRS zone so he can use it. Because there is that straight, that last straight in section 3.
Slightly concerned there if I look at those deltas that Martin's losing so much time to Black at the moment on those softs as well ahead of them.
Yep.
And it is concerning considering maybe he just burnt out those tyres a little bit too early to try and close the gap.
Push too hard.
Yeah.
Because he's only on 6 laps on those softs. Sapphire's already sitting on 12 laps on his hards.
Diving down the right-hand side, tries to Osman, brakes early, realised the move wasn't going to stick, it's going to hurt the both of them. Great move there by Osman to bank it off and not damage the
Osman's still
car.
locking up those wheels.
Yeah.
He's chowing those tyres.
Tell you what, if that was an open lobby, that guy would never have braked right to the end of the turn.
Oh, sorry, your mom spoke. Can't read the driver's grid, out of focus. Looks fine on my side now.
Looks good to me too. Mum, put your glasses on. It works for most of us.
And Jenny also a mom saying, "Your ma praat met jou Clinton."
Yeah. Oh, we love you guys out there. You're so cool. You guys are like a family that we never had. I'll tell you what, Jenny, if you really become a mix of this family, you have to send us one of those blue money key things. They are so cool. Hey, Jenny, thanks for that comment. That was cool.
Some nice big gaps, and Osman still sitting behind Kazi.
Oh, they're having a rifle
Point
battle.
two.
Yeah.
I think he's waiting for this next. They're coming through the shops between 2 and 3. Those corners going around a little long one.
It's all about exit speed, yeah, isn't it? Get the best exit speed and then open up that wing. But I think he had a great exit that Osman. He's going to have him right now. Because he knows he can't stop
there
that.
He opens the DRS and he
Beautiful
passes on
pass right now. Very close on the two.
Yep, and Kazi hopping in right behind him to use that slipstream.
Look at that. P1 and P2, they both, or now it's gone to P3, but I think the game for softs.
Yes, Sapphire hopping to the softs.
That's a very interesting move.
Well, 9 laps is like a grey area. With the speed that the Sapphire's going out, especially on the hards. Now he can push it all out.
Yeah, absolutely he can. Good battles between these lads once again. And we spoke about it earlier. Strats are going to come into play. It has to.
Yep.
And China is a tough place. If you've looked after your tyres well, you get a 1-stop. If you don't look after your tyres, you have to do a 2-stopper.
Yep. And Kazi not letting Osman go. He's staying under a second behind him.
Good driving. Very good driving.
He just passes a second. Spoke too soon. But Osman, of course, going for all out.
This is exactly what we spoke about earlier. Remember we said there was like 16 or 17 seconds between 1 and 2. But this is all even out the field right now. They're going for fastest laps. They're trying to get P1, 2, and 3. The whole game has changed within a matter of like 5 laps.
And 3, since last time I checked, 3 has already done 2 stops. Sapphire and Bruit and Martin all done 2 stops now.
Black's going to try and make those last to the end, but it's going to be a tough call for him, unfortunately.
It is, yeah. But Black is on mediums. The mediums can make it because he's on mediums 5 laps. So it depends on his economy on his tires. He can make it.
I'm just having
But
a look
Sapphire
at the...
catching up very fast.
Very fast. And if I look at the rear of that Red Bull, I saw him flashing before the turn 1, which tells me he's burnt out the ERS. And that's a scary sign for him. He knows he's under pressure right now.
And Bruit taking Kazi very fast into a turn. Martin putting up a fastest time, 1:34.2.
That's a quick lap. Very good drive by him.
That's almost a second faster than the previous fastest lap.
Geez, this is going to be a good old battle here between Red Bull and Ferrari.
And Martin sitting in 7th place. A lot of guys would have given up by now. Martin's still putting up record laps.
Bangs out to the left, tries to open up the gap. He didn't take it. I think that this Ferrari is waiting for DRS zone on the next straight. There's a trigger
Just
line.
waiting, yeah.
He's going to just bang it out now.
That's
and take
Safa.
him.
Since he spun out earlier, he's taking it easy.
Look
He
at
knows
Safa
he's
go.
got time. He's using all that time.
There he runs right past him. That wing difference is huge, everybody.
Your mom says much better now, thank you. Focus better after the sponsor advert.
Okay, good.
Thanks to the sponsors.
Absolutely. That's why we do it. We try and unfocus everything so that the sponsors get the highlight.
Yeah. And Jenny sent you a little red man because she says the
Oh.
blue man is Mandy's.
Oh, right. There we go. So we found a red and a blue team here. That's pretty good. Is that like
Yeah.
good and evil? Hot and cold? I don't know.
It's like that cartoon Spy vs. Spy.
Well done. I love you, ladies. That's so cool to have you guys on board doing these type of things. Keeping us alive.
Yep. Kazi, the only one left on hard tires. He's already done 12 laps on those tires. Do you think it'll last till the end?
Yeah, it will. I think it will. Especially because the car's getting lighter because of the fuel load. So I think if he takes it easy, he could get himself track position and stay on P5.
Yeah. But that's what I was going for. He's not taking it easy. He was pushing quite hard at a stage. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see that if he finishes.
Yeah, it would be. I'm having a look now at Safa. He's in P1. He's just lapped Josh. I think Joshua Knott was there behind him in the half.
Mm-hmm.
Coming
What's
to
the AI there?
coming to the real league races, they're not going to be ghosted. So it happens as in real life. Your back markers can slow you down and get your person behind you that's chasing you to gain some time. So that's going to make for an interesting league coming up as well, guys. It doesn't happen right now because of testing, but it's going to happen in the real league race.
Mm-hmm. And Bruet, there's a huge gap to Black. But Bruet is slowly catching up.
Is he on softs? No, he's on mediums.
He's on mediums. They all three, 2, 3, and 4 mediums.
Yeah, he's going to fully throttle this to the end. He's got no tyre wear to worry about.
Joshua said Bruet to maybe catch Black if he plays it right. And Jenny replied, give that man the corners. Because Bruet, like I said last time, Bruet loves the corners.
And I tell you what, give Clinton a bells and he stops taking corners, you know what I mean?
Bruet's now catching up to Kazi. Kazi suddenly seems to be struggling. Those hard tires aren't doing it.
Yeah, I can see something must have happened.
Just can't keep up to the rest.
Yeah, Martin's just taking.
There we
Kazi as
go.
well.
And in the chicane area, in the surf area, Martin is now past Kazi.
Yeah, I think those tires have actually banged out on him. Look at that. It's struggling to find traction.
But he's the only one. He's the only one still on the hards. So maybe it's just not the track for hards.
No, it's not.
Because there's a lot of corners on this track.
Let's give it up for our P1 guy. I'm following him at the moment, Saf. I mean, great qualification. Yes,
Yep.
he banged out the first few laps the best he could and made that gap. He's pitted twice already, and he's still in P1 with a 6-second gap. It's a good drive. We have to admit it's a good drive from Safa.
I have to say, Joshua may have something because Bruet has already caught up to Black over 2 seconds.
Yeah, but I think these Red Bull guys have got some team orders. Kazi loving the penalties there. I think him and Cooper want to go and start a club.
It's like, Cooper, you're not the only one who's going to do this.
But it's
I'll
nice.
see your penalty and I'll raise you another one.
I'll raise you. Yeah, absolutely. But, I have to take my hat off to the Red Bulls. They did not have a good qualifying session at all. Yeah, these two lads are sitting in P2, P3, chasing down the Ferrari.
Yep.
We knew Ferrari was going to be quick. Safa's good at China. But way good on them to get to P2 and P3. That is a good drive from Red Bull boys.
And Cooper has gone in for softs. He's now one lap on the softs.
He might
He's
just be
too far
banging out the
behind.
fastest lap, though. Just to
Maybe
take
he's
that
trying for
point.
that, get
Yeah.
that extra point. Yes, like
Yeah,
Max did when he didn't get number one. He put on the softs and go for at least fastest lap.
Yeah, so that's quite a good championship move, ladies and gentlemen, if
Yeah.
you know how the leagues work. As long as you're within the top 10 in the race, you can go for the fastest lap, take a point away from the championship and give it to yourself, or whoever had the fastest lap gets the 1 point
It's
advantage.
just that
And it
one.
benefits
That
you.
1 point sounds like nothing, but it's in the end. If you racing 10
Yeah.
races, that's 10 points you can get.
10 points, and it's a clever move. It's a good strategy.
Yeah. Bruit's still catching up. He's now caught over 4 seconds caught up to Black.
Yeah, he's busy.
He might catch him
backmarking
before the end of this
Haas.
race.
See, the horse is ghosted, so they've just laughed at each other right through there. Like you said, that won't happen in the league. You'll have to go around them. But
Yeah, but the Haas isn't the Haas.
he's on
What's his
AI. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's why he's ghosted.
we can see they're pretty spread out now with timing and that. There's no real
Mm.
major battles going on. I think they're just trying to close off the race. But yet, it did not leave for an unexciting race. If you look at the middle still.
Ooh,
Oh, there's a
we've got a
yellow
caution
flag.
out.
Where's that?
Martin did
Martin.
not finish.
That looks
Crashed
like
out.
I want to get to P7. P7 might see him. He's coming now down the start-finish line. We might see that he's crashed out in the pit wall or went into the pits and messed up. I can't see the car there. It might be in the pit lane. He might have crashed out in the pit lane going for softs. Unfortunate
See,
there
I'm
for
on-
Merck.
I'm on board with Joshua. See if I can see something.
I'm going back to our leader in the meantime. Great drive there by the Ferrari lad, Safa, all the way from Netherlands, ladies and gentlemen, is Safa. Better known as Johan Klaassen, ex-South African, moved over to Netherlands to do his work and studies further. Nice to have him on board with us. Black Brett, the two beautiful Red Bull drivers, they P2 and P3. Osman all the way from Mauritius, Kazi, Natal Boyki for AlphaTauri there. Cooper, no idea where he comes from, but it's South Africa.
Yeah, his Cooper's in the Cape.
In the Cape, we love Cape Townians, and so is Josh, all the way from Fishhook here in Cape Town. So there we go. You got a little bit of a tidbit about how the guys drive and where from. Nice to have them on board. Not the biggest grid we've had because it's testing phases, but yes, we've got a full grid for the league race starting.
And of course, the all the guys spending the evening with the ladies, seeing that it's Valentine's.
Absolutely, and I mean we don't discriminate. So some guys might be spending time with guys and vice versa. So we don't worry about that, do we?
This is true. But, if I remember correctly, most of these guys are married.
They are. All of them are, except for Josh. I mean, Josh is looking for that special one. So all the single ones out there, please give us a shout out for Josh.
Yep.
I mean, we like a dating show as well as F1 show. I don't know what's going on here right now.
Driver seeks a wife. Yeah. Okay, so Bruit's continuing to catch up to Black.
You know, our viewers and our drivers are the weirdest people. We love you all. So here we go. Some predictions now. We've got 2 laps left. What do you think? Safa crashes
Yes, come
out.
on, people.
Black wins.
You've watched it now. You've made a lot of comments. Give us a prediction. Who's going to be 1, 2, and 3?
Tell you what, who's going to win the $500 as the best viewer here over the season? That's going to be
Oh, yes,
interesting.
that's you.
I mean, I've already got my mind on 2 type of people that make funny blue and red things. You know what I mean? But
Yep, of course.
that's not our decision.
They
All
are,
the great people,
That is also true, yes.
all the great viewers and listeners will go into a wheel spin, and the wheel will decide of the faithful people that's always been with us. So it's going to be a good one. I mean, we've got something for everybody. Viewers,
We had
drivers
a lot of chats
alike.
from this evening. A lot of chats from Blade helping us with some of the rules. Even Josh, after he crashed out, he's watching and he's giving us some stuff. Your mom, a lot of comments, and then of course Mandy and Jenny.
There we
A
go.
lot of comments from those.
That's fantastic. Look, Joshua cannot qualify. I mean, you can't go and drive Joshua on track, crash out just to be part of the viewers and win a prize.
Of course, you
Win it
can't
on
do that.
track,
That's
brother.
just wrong. But look at this, Bruit. Okay, there's last 2 laps, but Bruit is now down to 3 seconds behind Black.
That's a load of time he made up. Still 2 laps left, this
That's
one and the last
fast.
one.
It is. So let's see. He might just not make it, but let's see. Let's see.
Oh, a little bit of a tailspin there by his Red Bull brother to bring Britt into the mix.
Yeah. Sapphire 7 laps on the softs. Black 11 laps on the mediums. Bruit 7 laps on mediums. The longest tires
Wow.
or the longest running tires is Kazi, 17 laps on the hards.
And Britt can currently see Black in his sight in front of him. I think Britt is feeling Black is feeling the pressure from Britt at the moment. That difference in 6 laps on the mediums, massive. Huge difference.
Well,
in grip.
Joshua thinks Britt's going to make P2.
Let's see. This is it, Britty. I missed your last stream on Monday. Let's see if you can do it for me tonight. P3 to P2. It's all up to you, brother.
Yep. Blade saying Britt needs Black to make a mistake to fight on the last lap.
And this is the last lap of the
This
race.
is the last lap. And now only 2 seconds
Wow.
separate them.
This is good driving.
He came back from almost 12 seconds. Got up 10 seconds to Black.
I want to quickly pop onto Black's point of view from the rear. He can see his Red Bull brother right there.
Yep. You can see the two very close.
It's not a super long track, China, though. You have to make it happen in sector 2 and gain all the time in those turns to give yourself an advantage down the straight.
But we're now on
wow.
the zigzags. Remember, Bruit, the corners. Bruit loves those corners.
He does like a corner, eh? Without a crust.
Yep.
Brit without a crust.
Bruikie.
Come on, Britty. Open up those wings.
1.4 seconds behind Black right now.
It's a great comeback.
As we come into that, no, he's not going to make the DRS for
Look at
for the
Safa
straight.
weaving in front there, just teasing the boys in that Ferrari.
Yep.
What a show off.
Just shaking that booty.
He's just waving at them right there. Safa, you sicko. Just go park it in the pits.
Nope. Does not seem like Bruit's going to make it.
No, but that's still a great
Just
drive by
not
these
as
guys.
we come into the last bit. Safa over the finish line. Cooper just getting that last
Oh.
little penalty quickly.
Guys, that's what they do for fun, by the way, in testing times. Just before you cross the line, waggle your car to the left or right and just bang it into a wall and write it off. But you're already past the finish line, so you're done. That was so funny to see.
And there's, of course, see, I told you, Cooper. Finishing this race with 12 seconds of penalties.
You know, besides that, I have to give it. I think that we have to look at this. We have to understand one thing. Whether or not you're still driving for yourself in the championship is the constructor prize too. I have to say that these Red Bulls are worrying me. These guys are driving well as teammates.
Yep.
They're always up
Oh.
there. They're always,
They're communicating the whole time.
yeah.
They're very good.
And that's exactly what you're looking for. Look at the Aston Martins. They're right there too. Osman and Cooper. These guys are going to rack up constructor points in the league that nobody else can.
Mhm.
That's good to see.
Yep. And of course, everybody's over the finish line. But there's more than a 12-second gap between Cooper and Joshua, which means Cooper will not drop a spot. Yep.
That's it.
RT saying one more lap and Bruit would have taken it.
Agreed.
And Bruit getting driver of the day. He did drive very well.
Agreed. If you look at where they qualified from,
Yep.
almost first to last, or last to first, but last to second, last to third, good enough in our
Yep.
books. I'll tell you,
And Safa having a spin out and still making a comeback.
absolutely. But look, we know that Safa's going to have a good drive here. He loves China. It wasn't on the mix for last year's actual F1 season. We're hoping it comes back soon. I'm not sure if it's coming in 24. But the
Mhm.
people said that they missed the China track. It's a good driving
Yep.
track. So
Yep.
nice to see these boys driving on it. I know that we have to get our viewpoint from who's choosing the next track. Do we know? Can we remember, Confucius? Let's find. I think it's one of the top 3 that's going to let us know.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
it's
one of the top
Brit.
3. I can't. Yeah, I think it was him for the next one.
So we're going to get these drivers in for a little bit of an interview, hear what happened to them in the race. Nice to see these boys always being here for these testing phases. I mean, this is what it's about. Feel the car, feel the track, understand what's going on. We're getting slightly better week by week as we go along as commentators and production, but it's always cool to have the viewers around. They make us happen.
Yeah. And Blade Brian saying, GG guys, see you Monday on track. Great work on the commentary and live stream. Thanks to the sponsors.
Hey, thanks, Blady. Nice to have you around, brother. Can't wait to
and
see
of
you on
course,
track.
thanks to those sponsors. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's. I'm going to crack over quickly to a little transition. We're going to see if we can pull these drivers in. Guys, stick around.
Cool.
Let's hear what the drivers had to say about the drive tonight. We'll be back
Yep.
with you guys shortly. Hey, Confucius, what a race we had here tonight at Fusion Racing.
That was amazing.
Man, I loved that. That was cool. There was a lot of changing, a lot of strats going
Yep.
on. But I think it's going to be so amazing that we can listen to what the drivers had to do. So I'm going to let you take this away tonight. What do you say? Just because we swing things up.
Yeah.
So Confucius, you
Let's
have a
general
gang
chat.
on the chaps, and let's see what they happen. Bertie, P3, how did that whole thing go for you?
I had a great start to the race and then got stuck behind my teammate for a few laps. Then I just waited for the first DRS activation on lap 4 and I realized, okay, maybe me and my teammate can work together and move forward. And then I just got a little bit over happy when I saw Safa's tires were going off on the mediums. And then were a little bit aggressive on the throttle and then took off my front wing. And then I was just playing catch up from there.
Brilliant work, brilliant job of doing the catch up because you cut off, what was it, over about 10 seconds to your own
After my
teammate.
first pit stop, I realized I'm 28 seconds behind, so I'm going to have to make up a lot of time. And I realized as well, because I pitted so early, I'm going to have to do a 2-stop. So then I was just, my first stint on the mediums, I was just relaxed, just let them go into temperature and not push too hard because I knew the guys in front of me still have to pit. And then after they pitted, I tried to open a gap, and then I realized, no, the mediums are also now tired. I have to go get my new set, and then just tried to catch Black at the end. I just wish I had one more lap, then I think I would have gotten P2.
This track is hard on the tires. All those, especially like if you're coming down sector 3, that hairpin bend after a very fast straight.
The straight helped actually to cool down the tires. I feel like more sector 2 was heavy on the tires
With
because
that wave turn.
fast left-handers and you were
Yeah.
constantly changing directions. So
Okay.
it was high-speed corners and it was chowing the tires.
Yep, as always.
Bertie,
But yep.
sorry, the Confucius. I just want to give a big up to Bertie there. I mean, you didn't have a great quali. I don't know what happened
Yep.
to you in your qualies. I think you DNF'd early. But that being said, I'm sorry I missed your last 2 first on Monday, and I think you kind of showed it up again tonight for me.
Yeah, the qualifying was a little bit difficult. First time with full traction off on the wets, it's not fun. I think I still have to go practice the wets to get ready for it because I'm not there yet on the wets.
But in general, did you enjoy the wet track?
Qualifying, I did not join at all. I saw I was like 10 seconds down on pole. It's like, okay, this is not good. And then I was at least happy it was going to be a dry race. And that first stint was a nice racing with the guys.
Like,
Well,
nah,
it was
man,
a
take the
clean
car for a
racing.
nice swim there.
Yes, indeed.
Not used to the full wet tires. As off-roaders.
Hey, Bertie, but absolutely great race. I mean, it's a good comeback.
was.
You got driver of the day as well, so congratulations
Yeah,
on
that was
one.
an amazing comeback. That last one's
Thank you,
last
thank you,
one.
guys.
And it's going to be interesting to see how you guys are going to pan out for the actual league coming up. I mean, I get it that it's testing phases now, and we get a lot more serious when the league happens. But still, a great drive and nice to see you on the track trying out different things.
Yeah, this is some nice time for me and my teammate to practice different things together to see what works and what does not work.
Yeah, I'm
To
gonna
get prepared for the race.
I want to say thank you to you, sir. Congrats on the P3. I want to jump straight over there to, I'm not going to say Black, I'm going to say Dietliff Straw. So just give me a second there, Dietliff. I'm going to bring you right into the mix and welcome to the show. Great P2 there, Dietliff. I'm going to hand you over to my great commentator, Confucius.
Bro, how was the race for you?
Yeah, let's just say yeah.
A lot of plan changes during the race.
Actually, the communication between myself and Brett was actually quite quiet during the entire race. And then when it was a battle between myself, Brett, and I think it was Cooper, where we had a battle for like 4 laps where the overtakes on the back straight kept on going.
Yeah, that was a nice
actually-
fight going on.
That was actually quite decent, except for the fact that Cooper kept on oversteering into me, which I did swear a bit, but
Yeah, he runs quite wide.
He kept
Cooper
on
tends
bumping
to run
me
wide.
and over braking or not braking at the correct zone, so he kept
Yeah.
bumping me. But it was a good race.
It was a
And
good
then
clean
at
race.
the end, my tires were finished, and I kept seeing the seconds ticking down. I was like, okay, I need to keep it. And then Brett and myself started chatting with each other, saying he's going to catch you. And I kept on saying, no, you're not going to catch me. Luckily, I kept that 1.2 gap because I had to burn my ERS just to keep that gap going. But yeah, other than that, I tried to keep Safa at bay for a bit when he went onto the softs. I think I did it for a lap, and then I just couldn't keep up because my tires were already, I think, 7 laps old, and he put on a fresh medium, softs. But yeah, other than that, it was a good race, except for quali. But yeah, driving on a controller, it's interesting. But I think we'll have a good season.
Yeah,
'Cause
Cooper's also
Brett
on
and
the
myself. Yeah, Brett, Safa is also on a controller.
controller. Okay.
Brett and myself, we do understand how each other drive, and we also do
Yeah.
swap races if we know, okay, this guy can catch that person quicker. So
Well,
We
the
do-
two of you were together most of the race, so that's good.
yeah, so we do communicate when we feel okay, the one person's faster, so let's go. So then we just
Yeah.
drag each other along to try and catch the people that's in front of us.
I agree
Yeah,
with that,
no.
Confucius. I mean, you could see the camaraderie between the Red Bulls.
Yeah.
I mean, you do not qualify that low and get to P2 and 3 without understanding who your teammate is.
Very
So,
compatible. Yes.
yeah, it's very good to see it. We were talking about it just before the end of the race there, Black. It's not just about championship races. The constructors at winning year too.
Yep.
And you guys are showing the strongest pair at the moment. So, yeah, good driving.
Yeah, that's what we aiming for, the constructors. Because I know there's guys that are quicker than me, much quicker. I mean, look, Safa pulled away 9 seconds, but I know we can at least push up the finishing so we can score points there.
Well, good drive, brother. I have to give it to you
Yeah, very
guys.
good.
Absolutely good drive.
very good drive.
P3, P2, Red Bulls. However,
Mm-hmm.
they were pipped tonight, Confucius. They were pipped by one man that I have to say loves this track.
Yep.
I don't know if he loves the track or if he thinks it's better than Monaco. But he's mad about China, and he just showed it tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll actually say after that race in Monaco a few weeks ago, actually a bit more inclined to do Monaco again. No, but yeah, it was China has always been quite comfortable around the track. Yeah, yeah. Be honest, I found like I actually only went to pit it for us because I got really bored just in the front. So I was like,
Now, for
let's
that
make it
chicken stuff,
exciting.
there are people out there that don't need to hear that. Don't do that.
Well, I'm just
No,
honest.
but in general,
honestly.
it was a good race. You made quite a
Yeah.
few nice comebacks from almost last all the way back.
Yeah, exactly. I also want to try to make it a bit more exciting. Yeah, they just went to softs for the end. Didn't get the fastest lap, I think.
No, you did
I don't know
not.
what,
No,
which was really weird.
A quick
I was
question
like,
to you though,
okay.
Safa, while I got you here. Did you drop your throat in your stomach at one stage when you had that spin out?
What spin out?
Didn't he have a
Yeah,
spin out there, Confucius?
yep, he had a spin out
Yeah,
on
he
our
did.
screens.
Yeah, but that was when Kazi hit me in the back.
No, he didn't. He didn't. You just put too much throttle. Don't blame other drivers, Safa.
What set was this now? What
No,
set
I'm
was
joking.
this?
I don't know what happened. We just saw on the clip of our screen that you spun out and you lost it, and bam, you're back in.
Yeah, that was just Kazi. Like I brake quite early for a lot of the turns. I like to have a fast exit, and good.
Mm.
I sort of knew that would happen. Like I actually was like preparing for it, and that's why like a lot of times when I passed other drivers, I just broke like really late or try to brake late just in case. But it was how can I say it? It was a good race.
Good drive.
I just
Absolutely
wish
good drive.
And,
Safa, did you,
wish-
just a quick thing to the viewers that they understand this better. And I think Black and Brut actually hammered on it a bit earlier that we didn't realize that China's got a massive tire degradation compared to what you actually thought might happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's actually not like it's actually really hard on the tires and stuff. So it was actually quite like getting. I think if to be honest, if I had like really serious competition, it would have been a lot more challenging. But it's it was what is what it is. It was what it was. So I don't know.
Good season to look forward to, hey, with drivers coming in. So that, like you say, there's going to be a big mix of drivers still coming into the league that haven't had the chance to drive with us in testing phases. But it's going to make for exciting driving coming up, and we can all learn from one another. That's why we do this.
True. Like especially, I think like if Colin was here,
Colin's not allowed here. You know, it's like a sick thing. We can't have him here yet. You know.
I want to be. I wanted to because he's a lot faster than I am, so I want to just like pace myself against him. I'm also gonna buy a new controller. I'm gonna buy the Xbox Series X, the fancy one.
So the one that vibrates while you're sleeping to tell you must turn left.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha.
The like really fancy one, so I can be.
But from my side, just I have to cut this a bit shorter. We're busy going over our time here with the stream, but congratulations on P1. We know testing phases. I have to give it up to the two Red Bull guys too. Guys, if there's anything to go by, I mean, we're looking at the Red Bulls chasing Ferrari at the moment. Kind of feels like what 2024 might really happen. We don't know. We're going to wait and see.
Hopefully.
But Safa, great drive and a great win there by you.
Just interest sake, who is Safa's teammate in Ferrari? He wasn't driving tonight. That's what I'm asking.
Jan Morkel.
Yeah, he's on a Valentine's date.
Because
he was the single one. Yeah, because he was the single one.
What a good man. What a good man. I mean, we respect our ladies. They're part of our family. I mean, I've got two lovely viewers that keep sending me these beautiful blue and red funny emojis, but we love them because they're part of our group, guys.
And your mom.
Oh, and my mom. I mean, your mom always loves you, don't they?
Yep, of course.
Guys, great drive to everybody. Safa, thanks for the interview. And Confucius, you can have the last words, and I'm going to sign us out, sir.
No, just want to say, great drive for everybody. It was a nice, clean drive. Of course, there's always a little bit of a love tap here and then, but clean drive. And thanks again to the sponsor watching this evening. Hope to see you again. And thanks for sponsoring us on here.
Absolutely, I agree with that one. Thank you so much, Suzuki, CMH Group, and Mitsubishi from Belito, man. You guys are awesome that you're part of this. Thank you to the Fusion Racing League drivers, as well as the viewers and listeners
Yeah.
that are part of this. You guys make it happen
course.
for us, and we will see you on Monday again for our next testing phase, as well as Wednesday until we kick off on the 6th of March with our regional league. Confucius, nice having you on side by me. It's always nice having
Thanks,
you, a nice
Clinton.
guy to talk with.
Of course.
Until Monday night, brother, you take care of yourself as well. You take
Do
it
we
easy.
know what the track is for Monday yet, or is that the one we still need to decide on?
You know what? That's a good question. I think we got Bertie that has to decide it. Bertie, are you the guy deciding the next track?
It is Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia,
Saudi.
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
And that's a great track to check people's consistency with a tight corner, fast-paced track. Let's see if they don't bump one another. It's going to be good
Yep.
to see.
okay. So, thank you, everybody. Thanks for all the chats. What you go? See you guys on Monday.
See you on Monday, guys.
Same time.
That's Confucius and Clinical signing out for the evening. Until Monday, see you next time. Bye.
Cheers.